I'm delighted to be here. My wife and I love Japan, and particularly delighted that GTD is now becoming a global event. It's now been translated into 30 languages. The French finally did it. And just in terms of brand awareness, the French edition has GTD on the cover. So we thought, that's great. That 7 years ago, when it was published, GTD was just how we talked about it in my little group, because it was easier than saying getting things done. It's fascinating to me that it has, as we say, hit a nerve for everybody in such a way, because I thought I was the last person in the world to learn this. I guess as just a way to give an overview of what has happened since I wrote the book. It's been, let's see, how shall I say? When I wrote this, I wasn't sure how much the world would recognize the subtlety and how different GTD is from time management. So it was a bit of a surprise to begin to see GTD taking off and starting to spread, not all at once, but just very steady. So the book, Getting Things Done, has been selling 20% more every year from the year it was published. The publisher in the United States can't believe it. In a way, what is such a paradox is that it is so simple. It is so simple, and yet at the same time so powerful when people begin to implement these behaviors. In a way, all I did was not really invent something. What I did was begin to understand why the things we do that produce good results, how that works so that you can work it better. Everybody that I've ever met in my life, certainly every professional I've met, at some point has felt overwhelmed and confused, and they made a list and they felt better. Can I ask how many of you have ever experienced that? Okay. If you had figured out why that worked, you'd never keep anything in your head the rest of your life. Because nothing changed in your world. All that changed was how you are engaged with your world. And any good scientist would tell you that whenever you do something, if you keep getting the same result, there's probably a truth there. So I have not seen any exceptions yet to implementing the behaviors of GTD that did not produce an improvement in clarity and focus and control. But how many of you still have something in your head? So you haven't learned. So I have job security. If everybody got this as soon as they read it, I'd have to do something else.